Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all doing okay and staying safe and healthy out there with all this unprecedented time we're experiencing in history. Wow, COVID 19. Shut it down. Crazy. Shut the world right down. Amazing. So, in the interest of coming up with a little something to people to watch while we're all sitting at home on our butts, Tim Rollins from the Line Speed Jedi, love that name, has asked me to join him in making a video on easy to cast flies and easy to tie flies. And so what I thought we'd do today is we'd have a little conversation before we get to tying one up about, just what is this all inquire and my thoughts and give you something to chew on, something to ponder. Now remember, it's not wrong, it's just different. So if I say something that you don't do and you don't like it, guess what? I don't care. I don't care how you do it. Okay? That's awesome. I hope you have fun doing it your way. But this is what I think. Okay? Alright, so we're all qualified. Here we go. Ready? Hold on. Okay, let's just start off by saying this is not easy to cast. I was watching some videos on this thing from Trevor Kovich in a swim tank, and it impressed me so much I had to tie some, and I tied a bunch. But let me tell you, I don't think I could cast this thing, and if I did, it'd be about 5 feet. But let's just talk about this for a minute. Let's just talk about the easy to cast, easy to tie thing here. This fly, there's different skill levels of casting. You have the John Hazlett and Dax Massett and Tim Rollins, and those guys can throw 400-foot bomb shots darn near any time they want to. Now, 400 is an exaggeration, I know. Okay? But a long ways, and they're beautiful, and they're no tailing loops and no line collisions, and they're laser beams, and they oh, it's amazing to watch. It's beautiful. I mean, I could sit there and not fish and watch them guys fish all day just to watch it. But if they were to try to cast this, it would be difficult for them, but they could do it. So what I'm trying to say is you may have to fish a fly that you like and try and make the longest cast you can, okay, and be a little bit uncomfortable with it and be okay that you're uncomfortable because your skill level is so high, okay? Now, here's what I like to suggest. I work at Sportsman's Warehouse, and I sell guns. And I sell guns to a lot of ladies, and recoil is an issue, okay? You should, and I tell them all the time, you should be shooting the largest caliber you can comfortably. And the same thing goes for flies. You should be casting probably the largest profile fly you can comfortably, all right? Now, you want to enjoy your fishing, but you also want to catch a fish. So there might be a time where you're challenged to throw a bigger fly. I'm a big fan of big bait, big fish. But, not all of them are easy. Big intruder I've been working on this week. Bunch of intruders. 50-pound Power Pro. 1/0 hook. Ultra eyes. Okay, this is not easy to cast. Another fly that may not be easy to cast. The Dirty Hoe. Okay, rabbit strip fly. Any rabbit strip fly, I don't care what you call it. They're not easy to cast. They hold water and can be a bear to cast sometimes. There are situations where that fly that's holding water will help your line turnover, but once again, your skill level in casting is really going to be the tell-all there. Okay? Now, there is different sizes of flies. Okay? This is where the skill level changes, and so does the size of the fly. So I have a couple flies here that I would consider to be in the medium, large profile, medium size fly. It's not too big, it's not too little, and it's all because they utilize some materials like fin raccoon and Arctic fox, very minimal amounts, and just really super lightweight flash. And there's some crystal flash in there, and there's some flashaboo in there. This particular fly was tied by Nakamura Tessentio, my good buddy from Japan, who came over last year and fished the Rogue with us. Okay, they call him Mr. Steelhead. Love that guy. What an awesome fisherman, an awesome man, great friend, even better fly tyer. This guy's awesome. He tied this. Okay, I guess we're calling this a single station. I don't know, single station, ultra rigged. Okay, the one we're going to tie later, and the one I like the most for size, profile, movement, and action, is the Hall of Fame, everybody knows, Hobo Spey. The original tyer was Charles St. Pierre. What a guy that guy is. He was the first guy giving me casting lessons even before Hazlitt. Sorry, John. Hazlitt. Okay. This fly is pretty easy to tie. I'd say easy to tie, and full of action. And you can cast these really well. They cast easy. Okay, I'd say easy. Now, remember, you can have a bigger profile fly, but let's change up the genre. Okay. This is a traditional fly tied by Jason Miller. This guy ties some flies that are out of this world. I mean, whoa. Talk about OCD. Man. You ever see some of the detailed work that guy puts out? Anyway, even old rookie boy Scotty here with skill level 1 casting abilities can chuck this one a pretty decent way. Okay. And if those flies seem too big to you, don't forget, how about the good old GP? That's even smaller yet. That's a great fly, okay? And then how about this other one that Nakamura tied? He caught a 10-pounder on the Rogue on something very similar to this when he was here, okay? That's tiny. You should see, that's a fine wire hook. Ask John Hazlitt about the fine wire hook story about that someday if you're by a fireside with old Johnny. He'll tell you. When he tied it on, he was saying to himself, I don't know what that hook, but it landed a 10-pounder. Okay, one more thing to consider is if you don't have the greatest of casting abilities and you want to throw a big profiled fly and have a pretty good time with it, you could jump over into the tube fly world, okay? Now, my good buddy from Straits on the Fly, Alex Baloney, Never Not Good Enough. I think that's how you say his name. I can never figure out that guy's name, let alone which one I'm supposed to say. A wonderful friend, a good brother. He ties some killer flies coming out of the UP in Michigan. Here's one he tied, a temple dog. I fished this on the North Umpqua, and let me tell you, the action and castability of this thing is divine. Awesome fly. You should go probably buy some. Or tie some up. They're fun to tie. But here's the one he ties that's really big profile. It's for salmon. It's on a glitter tube. It's called a Snow Runner. Okay? And it's got a cone head. It's on a glitter tube. See? Big old glitter tube there. And it's got Snow Runner hair and some marabou and lots of flash. I'm telling you, this is lightweight. It can be cast pretty decent. You could even maybe tie this up with a smaller cone or no cone at all, and let your line do the work. And that's a whole nother realm of thinking. You know, if I have a little fly and I can't get it down, I'm going to have to change my sink tips and all that that game, if you will. Okay. All right. So there you have it in a nutshell. You as a fisherman need to make your application and figure out how you want to do it, what you want to go about, and how much do I want to be inconvenienced, or how uncomfortable, what kind of a level of uncomfortability, is there such a word? I don't know. Do I want to have uh, in order to maybe catch a fish? Okay. One last thing. Remember, you don't have to be John Hazlett, and you don't have to be Dax Brissett or Tim Rollins and throw 400-foot bomb shots all day long. Remember, the short game is very effective. You should be fishing that head of that line as soon as you step into the river quietly. Right, Dax? Because that's one of the Spey commandments. Thou shalt step into the river quietly and with purpose. If you haven't seen that video, you should go watch that. If you want to laugh, grab a cold beer and watch the Spey commandments. Okay, anyway, don't overlook the short game. Okay, don't overlook it. If you're not a good caster and or a good tyer, work at trying to be, but don't feel bad that you're not. Okay, I'd like to thank Tim Rollins of the Line Speed Jedi for having me here today. Hey, Tim, I'm looking forward to working with you in the future on some things together like this. It's really fun. I appreciate you, and I'm honored that you would ask me. Okay, tune right back in. We're going to tie a hobo Spey here in a little bit as soon as I get some things set up. All right, have a good day. Stay safe and healthy out there, guys.